And we are live Sunday night with those guys. And Sunday night with those guys is sponsored by those guys.
There we go. What's up, people? What's up, everyone? Welcome to Sunday Nights with Those Guys. And thank you so much for the dislike. Hey, pretty cool. I got some European commercial. British Airways on the commercial.
Okay.
Tim Jackson. Oh, sorry, I got to mute.
Yeah.
Tim Jackson, how are you? AZ Drone Dude, Ted Smith, how are you guys? Tim Jackson, I am mailing out the drone to your son tomorrow morning. I just have to be at the post office early. I can't go to the post office in the middle of the day here in New York because if you don't do it early, all of those people that wake up late, they're the ones. Hey, Lynn, Joe Mack from Ireland, Logan
Carpenter. What's good, man?
Those people that get up late, if you try to get to the post office in the middle of the day, they only have 10 people in the post office, and then the rest are standing on line outside the building. So as somebody leaves, then you can go into the post office and stand on another line with 9 people in front of you. So I want to be there early. They open at 9. I'm probably going to leave my house at about 8:30 just to be like number 5 or 6 in line. And it will go out priority mail tomorrow to your son.
I had a wonderful experience here today with that.
Don't say the post office.
No, you know how most people right now are honoring, the frontline workers and stuff like that. Well, in my family, that's all we have. Well, I shouldn't say that's all we have. We have a few frontline workers, and I had to take them to the supermarket this morning because apparently BJ's does between I think it was 8 and 9. They can get in first.
Well, get out of here.
Yeah, to go get their groceries and stuff like that so they can get to work and whatever they have to do.
Okay.
And this line for the frontline workers was going all the way around BJ's to the Petco. It was a line forever. And by the time all of them pretty much got in, they were starting to open the store for everybody else to get into the store.
Dude, I believe it. I believe it because...
And that line was going around the other side of the building in the mall going back up.
Have you ever heard of a store called Aldi? A-L-D-I?
Aldi's, yes.
Aldi's. Well, they're I think they're German based. My wife, they have one here. They just opened up about a half hour from us. Huh?
What does the sign look like?
A-L-D-I.
Yeah, and it's like blue with a yellow box around it. Yeah.
Yeah, Aldi. So my wife wanted to go to one because she heard they have incredible deals on stuff, and they sell their own brand. They charge you $0.25 to take the shopping cart.
Exactly. If you want to use their shopping cart, you got to pay $0.25.
Yes. Now, if you don't bring the shopping cart back, you don't get your $0.25 back.
Yep. They had that shop right.
So we went and we stood online. Now, I knew that they opened up at 9, but we figured because it only said 20. No, how long did it say, Diane? The trip? How long was that trip to Aldi's? 20 minutes away, and 20 minutes away is Valley Streams. That's basically the area where Justin lives. And to make a long story short, we got there at 8:45, thinking we were doing something. Dude, from the front of the store going around the side of the building, when you pull into the parking lot, you see a line coming around the corner. I jumped out the car and went and stood online while my wife went and parked the car. And we still stood online for an hour.
Oh.
Now, I actually titled this live stream, Sunday Nights with Those Guys, number 63, Social Distancing, the New Norm.
Is it really?
It's not here. I went out through those 3 ships today. And it was like Mardi Gras. People were arm in arm. I couldn't see a mask for anything. And they were down there partying on the waterfront, cars going.
Oh, yeah.
Quad Ken says 2-hour wait at Costco in Brooklyn. Dude, I could believe it. The Costco over here in Five Towns.
Oh, you don't go to
Five Towns?
Costco's in Brooklyn on Sunday, bro.
Dude, you know how big the Costco warehouse is, right? You know how big a BJ's warehouse is, right? Their stores. Costco had a line in front of the store going this way, and then the long length of the store going down. And then because they ran out of building and sidewalk, they curved the line into the parking lot.
Yeah.
They curved it into the parking lot. And this was about half hour before they opened.
Oh no! Today they had it doubled up. The line was coming down the length of the building.
Yeah.
And the last guy on the line was past the front door.
Wow.
So the line was going like this.
That's messed up. Yeah, to pass the door and go back.
like a slow motion merry-go-round.
Hey, what's up, Curtis? How are you? If you are working, so we support all crucial and essential workers.
Hey, Lenny's in the chat.
Curtis Dart, good day.
What's
Tim
up,
Jackson,
Curtis?
Quad Cam, we appreciate you coming in. I've been stopping by. I try to stop by everyone's channel, but every now and then it gets a little hard to do. And social life also, you know, family's complaining already. I'm like doing 3 live streams a week and then still trying to visit other people's live streams. So to them, it always looks like Sean Hickey's coming in. It always looks like I'm on the computer, which is true. Which is true. And now that my wife
there he is.
Hey, Sean.
What's up, Sean?
How are you? And now that my wife is on the computer Monday through Fridays from 8
so now you can run it back.
30,
Well,
I don't get to do nothing.
No, that's because she just lets you use her computer now. It's not the other way around.
No,
that's her computer.
That's
right?
what it sounds like to me, Paul.
Yeah.
Know what you could do though? You could run it back. You're always on the computer.
What, the rice, the water?
Every time I see you, you're on the computer.
Yep.
Lawrence.
Okay. Huh?
Now you can run it back.
Sean, help me here. What's up, man?
Every time I see you on the computer. You listening to me? Repeat after me.
Yeah.
Every time I see you, you're on the computer.
No, you know what I do?
Always on the computer.
No, you know what I do? Because
every time I see you, you're on the computer.
Hold on. Because the front door is right
on the computer.
No, listen to what I've been doing. I've been walking by her going, and walking by the door. And then I come back by and I go, going by. Now you need to add that. What's going on, Sean? Hey, Val's life.
Sean, did you finally get
Let me send you an invite, Val. Give me a second.
Did you finally get your Mavic 2 Air ordered?
Yep, I did indeed.
Sean,
look out.
You are stepping out of your Volkswagen into a Porsche. Even though they have the same motor.
Indeed.
That's what you're doing, dude. And I'm happy you pulled the trigger.
Yep.
Look out.
I'm happy you pulled the trigger because I know you appreciated your Mavic Air and enjoyed that. So now this Mavic Air 2 has so much stuff on it. You can be like, what to do first.
Exactly. I'm looking forward to
able to do some things with that one, Sean, because you know, with that, it's a slightly larger sensor, right? On that. So now you got 60 frames per second at the 4K.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Or does it go down? Does it go down to 2.7? Does it have 2.7?
It may have it in the menu.
The specs, I wasn't sure about that because right now my favorite spectrum for non 4K is 2.7 at 60 frames per second. I seem to like that a lot. They don't have it at 120, so I have to settle for 60 frames per second, but it looks really good because it's just that slight step up above 1080p before they really started going Ultra HD. Because if you remember, at one time, 2.7 was called Ultra HD, and now it's not.
Right. Yeah.
Now it's just HD.
Paul, you had used that at one time, didn't you, Paul?
Yeah.
YouTube 4K is still 2.7, isn't it?
It's still, YouTube 4K is still 2.7.
Yep.
Yeah.
That'll explain why my FPV videos, even though I can't fly, look good as hell.
Well, I'll tell you one thing is the crashes are much more spectacular.
Oh no, Paul, you would have been proud of you. Paul, you would have been proud of your boy.
But
I was flying. Justin and I were
can't
flying.
witness that.
And what happened, Herman?
I can't bear witness to that because I wasn't there.
But Justin and I were flying, and I was actually flying around this police car. So I went and I made one pass, and I was like, okay, they were cool with it. So I went and flew away. Then I came back and made a second pass, flying sideways, looking at him. And the police officer waved, and I'm like, oh, cool. They Val's coming in. They don't mind me flying around them. I went by, I made a third pass. I came up on the nose of the car and went up over the car. I said, all right, I'll try a fourth pass. Don't mind me flying around them. The fourth pass I went by, and the guy rolled up the window. So I was like, all right, maybe I should leave him alone. One more pass. So I pulled away from them, and I tried to get another vantage point to fly over them, and I was going to come back. And I'm heading towards them, and I see through the windshield, the police officer grab his microphone like this and key it up and hold it. And my video just went,
yeah.
And when in doubt, punch out,
Yep.
which is an FPV saying, when you're in trouble, you punch out to go high. But I couldn't because I knew I was under trees. So I just went up a little bit to try and avoid the police car. And all I heard was, and I've got my first FPV racing drone stuck in a tree.
Oh.
But because the park was full with skateboarders, a guy saw me. I was actually about to go, there's a dead tree in the park. I was about to go to the dead tree and pull down a branch that was maybe about 10 feet long, because it was only up about 2 stories high. And one of the skateboarders came by with a 3-foot 2x4. He says, I use this on my car. I don't need it. Here, use this. And after about 5 minutes of tossing the wood up into the air, and I got my drone back.
Okay.
I got her back here. So
which one?
I took her out today.
Today.
What happened?
So which one did you catch? That or the 2x4?
I didn't catch the 2x4. I threw it up and let it fall.
Oh.
I tried to catch the drone, but it crashed onto the ground. But she was fine. Camera was fine. I was flying her all day today, in fact. So I'm quite proud of that bird. This is my little beat up bird here. It's my cruiser. It's not for doing anything fancy. What's up, Val?
Nothing much. What's up with you today?
Hi, Val.
Not a whole lot. It's Sunday. It's hot as hell out, and it's hard to breathe with a mask on a 77-degree day.
Wow. Yeah, that's what I've been finding. If I could breathe easier through these darn masks, but the easier you breathe, the more stuff that will come in.
Well, all I can say is I breathe like that. You know how you feel when you put a mask on in the morning? You're like, oh, well, that's how I breathe on a good day without the mask. So now that I have the mask, it's becoming quite cumbersome. So I saw your Instagram, Sean.
Dude. Okay. Which one did you see?
The Stewie one.
Okay, good.
Why? Is there another one that
I did the Nike challenge on TikTok.
Oh, I saw that too. I saw the Free Willy.
I actually decided to remove it because it got 10,000 views in a couple of hours.
You did a naked Instagram picture?
Yeah, he did a naked Instagram.
No, there's a thing on TikTok called the Nike challenge. I promised Lib I would try TikTok out, and I did a duet on TikTok with her.
And you got 10,000 views.
And I did a Nike challenge, which is basically where you stand like that with a towel over you in the bathroom mirror, and you say, I'm going to do the Nike challenge. Then the camera sees you throw the towel away, and then you walk into the room with your other half, and you get their reaction.
Other half of what?
Right,
my other half, my girlfriend. My wife,
oh, your girl. I
your
thought
wife, your supporter.
And then basically, I got her to laugh and say, "We need to put the heating on," for obvious reasons. I posted it on TikTok for a laugh.
Glad you explained that to me, because I was like, either he's really, really drunk, or he's trying to go viral.
Or he was a lot wilder than we thought.
Yeah, he is.
Unfortunately, as I say, he got about 10,000 views in a couple of hours. So
Yeah.
I thought
TikTok.
I don't want to be known as that dude.
On TikTok, though.
On
That's the
TikTok,
naked guy.
You took it
Wow,
down,
thank you
right?
so much. I didn't
Yeah,
see the
it's
super
gone.
chat because I
No,
was
it's
in
too
another
late,
window.
right?
Oh, that's okay. That's
Once you
okay.
put something up,
Hey, Birdman.
once you put something up on the on the internet, it's up.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, no, indeed. But
Somebody
at
somewhere
least it's
still has a
gathering
copy of
views.
that video.
I don't mind that. I don't mind that. But at least it's
I
not
just took a
gathering
screenshot
views.
and I have it up
Don't
on my
worry
wall.
about it when you run for president of something or
Yeah, that's right. That'll be fine. That'll be fine. I
It'll
just
come back.
don't want people finding my YouTube channel thinking I do that stuff.
You know what would have been funny for you to do if you do it again? What you do is when you're walking away, get yourself like a big pendulum. You put it on the front of you. All you can see is it swinging in front of you, but not from behind.
Yeah.
And then you record the
No.
tick tock sound. Tick tock.
No.
Tick tock.
No.
And that would go with TikTok.
No.
The views and opinions that are heard tonight are not necessarily the views and
No.
opinions of everyone on the panel tonight. I
Yeah.
thought I would put that out there.
Yeah, the
No.
other one, the Stewie and Brian one, the duet that I did with Libby, got about 160 something views. But the Naked challenge one was shooting up in the middle for what was me the middle of the night last night, and I just sat back and thought, do I really want to be known as that guy? So I just
listen. What you do on the internet doesn't stay on the internet.
Yeah, no, indeed.
Because what happens is often when you become viral, someone out there will create a meme, and then that starts. That will dictate whether you.
I wouldn't mind that, and I don't mind it coming back. I just didn't want it to be a thing that drew people.
You didn't want to be
under the same
known as
name,
the guy who throws the towel.
Yeah, and I didn't want people coming to the channel thinking it's about that kind of comedy or something. So it was just a joke. It was just a joke between me, myself, my other half,
and you know it's funny because I was like, I can't unsee this, but I can't stop looking. But
it got some great reactions.
Then when you switched to walking in on your wife, I was like, oh,
where's this going?
I'm like, I know he's not going to do this. I know he's not going to do this. And then you see the towel, and then you walk in on your wife. I was like, okay, he did it.
Here we go.
Here it is, Val. Hold on, let me pin it.
Are you holding a radio?
Let me pin it.
Gimbal.
Oh.
And she goes, just to turn the heat up.
She says, we better put the heating on. So that's all it was, it's just being down with
there's the challenge, and then he tosses the towel.
Yeah. Oh, sorry, yeah.
Hold on, yeah, you got to show the whole thing, man.
Okay, man. Let me get it right up.
There it is.
There we go.
You could do voiceover.
So I said, hey guys, I'm trying the Naked challenge. Let's see how it goes. Then I throw that off, and then I just walk. You're supposed to just walk in the room naked. It was set up, obviously, though. And then she says, ha ha ha, I need to turn the heating on.
Yeah. I honestly couldn't believe. Can you guys give me a second and talk about anything under the sun till I get back?
So it was a bit of a funny one. And I did a duet with Libby where we were doing like Stewie and Brian's conversation from Family Guy. She was Stewie, I was Brian. So I was just showing I was a good sport. But then when it got thousands of views, that's when you start to say, okay, let's back away from that one again now.
We did your actual voice, or you did voice? Oh, you did just the lip sync of it. Okay.
No, it was my actual voice. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and my other half's actual voice. Yeah.
No. I'm talking about with the
the Family Guy one. No, yeah, that was lip synced to. It's their conversation when they're feeding a wire through to each other when they're. I don't know if you watch Family Guy, but it's when they're doing a house renovation.
Mm-hmm.
And they're talking to each other on walkie-talkies. Yeah, you won't be able to hear the audio, but it's just like that. So basically, one person films their TikTok, and then you do what's called a duet with it, which gives you the other half of the screen, and then you just try and time it. So we timed it pretty well to do the conversation.
All right.
So
I've seen those before. All right.
Yeah, bit of fun.
Yeah.
It was interesting because Lib was really into it.
Yeah, she's very good. She's exceptional.
Because you can see the facial expressions that she's really in character.
Yeah, that's right. Exactly.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Hey, Bill.
So Val, when are you and Furball gonna start doing some TikTok?
No,
Yeah.
no TikTok.
What's up, Bill?
I'm gonna leave that for the young, like
Hey,
like
Bill.
Geeks Vana and those youngins.
Dude, I told her I felt like
Yeah.
her grandfather doing something with his granddaughter or something. Do you know what I mean? I felt so out of touch. I mean, I watched TikTok. That's how I found Liv in the first place as a presenter. But actually getting involved in it crossed the line to me that I was like, okay, I'm too old for this.
No, I totally.
That's when all the kids will start going to something different. When
Yep.
grandma goes on.
That's
Hey,
exactly
I'm gonna
right.
do a
The same
naked challenge.
same as Facebook, the same as YouTube. Yeah.
No.
All the kids go
So
running.
Sean, quick question before we go into
Bill.
this little drone story about Amazon and Boeing. Are you familiar with that story?
I not offhand, but when you start talking about it, it may refresh me.
Okay. Herman, you want to go into it or no?
I don't know anything about it.
Okay. Let me just.
Novice, would you like to talk about it?
Yeah, now tell us what's on your mind, Lawrence.
Okay, I'm guessing I'm gonna have to.
Oh, look at the kitty cat, Val.
I'll
I
put
was going kitty 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 kitty.
I'll put the link here for I'll put the link while I'm talking about it. But I did find a story. We actually did show the video of this particular drone on here, and it's basically just a short story talking about how Amazon is linked up with Boeing to produce this drone right here called Prime Air Delivery, and it's
Oh yes, yeah,
you remember it's a
yeah.
VTOL.
That's right.
But what the story goes on to say is that they're talking about having Amazon give up a 30-minute delivery time, meaning they're going to try and use these drones to, when you order something online, you could probably get it within 30 minutes, depending on where it is. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. I'll put the link right here. I haven't read the full story. I skimmed over it really, really briefly. But it goes into details talking about how brick and mortar stores are going to become even more obsolete due to the fact that these drones are making deliveries. And now if Amazon promises a 30-minute delivery time, that could be crazy, because right now in Manhattan, you can get, if you live on Manhattan Island here in New York City, only on that peninsula, if you order something on Amazon, you can get it in less than 24 hours.
Well, they actually piloted the 30-minute delivery here in the UK, and it did work in the test runs.
Well, I
Google
could see it
did
happening.
it in Australia, and it was quite successful in Australia. They were delivering like hot coffee and that sort of thing on Australia.
Yeah, I heard about that in Australia, but what I'm worried about is like, well, what kind of areas can they offer this that can actually eliminate, what Lawrence is talking about? Because like in the inner city, these stores thrive off of the fact that they're in such a dense area and they have a lot of foot traffic.
Mm-hmm.
I think we're gonna start seeing a lot of changes like this story. There's going to be a lot of changes coming where basically what the virus has done to our economy is it's essentially provided an excuse or a reason to jump ahead 15-20 years.
I get it.
True. So you're saying I could understand that. So a lot of technology that people were sitting back on, they're starting to release.
Yeah, not even necessarily sitting back on, but very big companies like Amazon saying we can't jump to doing deliveries by drone, we can't jump to doing this and this, because people won't accept it, because there'll be job losses, there'll be restructuring of business.
Job losses, crazy job losses.
But all of a sudden now we're already there. So they now need to rebuild the economy. So they're going to rebuild it in the new format. So we're going to see very, very big changes, in my opinion.
See, what the only problem what I get with that is that unless you're talking about a swarm of drones in the sky, a drone still will never be able to reach as many people as a store can.
Hey, Mortis, how are you?
He'll never be able to reach as many people as that computer and that delivery truck coming down the street.
Tim Jackson says the alien technology will start to come out now.
You would have
Exactly.
You would have
I'm
to
with you too.
look at how many people you go and you find out in the streets while going to the stores and buying and shopping and stuff like that. Imagine all of those drones trying to serve those people at the same time.
Okay. That's true.
It's going to be restricted, but it's going to build up. I mean, there are way more restrictions than that. With
I get it. I
the
just
whole thing of how they deliver it to individual properties and that type of thing.
Right, and the elimination of
there's so much issue. There's so many
Global
issues.
Drone. Hello and welcome to Sunday Nights with those guys. Well, it's just interesting because I titled the live stream social distancing, the new norm.
Yeah,
that was really a tongue twister for some reason. I couldn't get it out, and I was trying to talk about it a little early before the live stream. Maybe I was thinking about it and didn't talk about it because I was running back and forth. But after this comes to a null, and we go through the third wave in the winter, this winter, because there's going to be a second wave, which is going to happen to us, of course, at the beginning, but as the seasons change and things, and then when flu season comes back, that'll be the third wave. But after we get used to a certain norm, a lot of businesses are going to be affected because there was a store, there's a Jamaican food store here called Golden Crust. The actual CEO killed himself over something crazy, but now they're all individual food chains. One place is so small, and you know how you have to keep 6 feet apart? If you walk in and you're at the counter, the next person behind them is standing outside the door. They're actually literally standing outside the door. And I don't know about you, but if I go out for takeout, I don't want to be standing. Oh, Kitty, listening. That's funny. I don't want to be going to takeout and then be standing outside in the rain while 2 or 3 people are inside. That'll kind of sour my taste for that place.
Well,
you
don't go there.
No, you Lawrence, you don't
go
to
Corey.
You don't go to the places that are a little wangy tangy anyway.
That are what?
That are a little wangy tangy.
No.
That is wangy tangy.
Don't.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought it was.
Glad you missed that segment of
Lawrence
of
said in his statement he doesn't want to be soured from going there, and I just said wangy tangy.
Right.
Okay.
So I don't like waiting outside stores, and I don't like crowds anyway.
But
so
now,
I don't mind ordering online, but I'm just wondering what the sky's going to look like.
Yeah.
Because people love their Amazon around here.
Right, Val. Could you imagine that?
I just can't. Instead of seeing stars, you zoom, zoom, zoom.
Well, and you know how Santa Claus does it,
right?
Well, Sean, do you see a mixture of not only drones, but these new autonomous little things running around like neighborhoods like where they are?
Right, they have delivery drones that run around on the ground now.
Yeah, they're being tested in Houston at the moment. But the next step is what they call the final mile, the last mile. Although it's not actually, it can often be further than that. And they're taking vans that have a drone in the roof. UPS are testing this now. So the van will drive to the suburb that he's got 25 deliveries to do. And he'll load the boxes one at a time. The drone will go over, deliver it to that house, come back. He'll load the next one. It will go. So rather than the van driving all the way around in traffic all around this suburb, the little drone will do it.
Yeah,
that's where the next big push will be.
I've seen that.
And then you've got cities like
person.
You've got very specific cities like Helsinki, which is got a river either side.
Curtis Dart says he's seen the Amazon drone in person. It's about the size of a Volkswagen Bug.
Mm.
That's the size of my car. So can you imagine if you go racing out of your house as it's lowering?
Well, you're going to hear it anyway from the motors. You're going to hear this large hum over your house or your backyard, and then you're going to come outside and it's going to be a little mini dust storm.
And you won't have to rake the leaves this time.
Yeah, and Val, in your case, your gophers will actually shoot it down.
Yeah, I'm going to tell you, I think I'm going to need that because I don't know. I don't know. I just can imagine some of the things. I think we're all going there anyway, so we could skid our feet or whatever, but we're still going there. But I just wonder what that's going to be like when it starts. How what they're going
No,
to have
just
to
imagine.
overcome.
No, Val,
Do you
just
mind if I share
imagine
something
if,
while you're talking? It's a video, but it is
Sure.
open thingy. It's not a copyright thing.
Right.
but Val, think about it. If you are a valued shopper, what they will do is they will actually,
Yeah, I saw this.
if you have a fenced off backyard, they will deliver it in your backyard.
The UPS truck.
And they'll call you when it's minutes away. I think I've seen this video too. It's a very smart video because
Yeah, it's clever, isn't it? But again, it's fine in areas like
this was the
where,
first guy who made the order. I remember
yeah,
this.
that's right. Yeah,
Yeah,
and he
I
has the
do.
little QR pad, landing pad for it to land on. And if you think they were doing this, they were running these tests. This video is from 4 years ago.
Right. So imagine
So
where they're at now.
4 years of development. You know, those
From a shoebox to an actual container.
Yeah, exactly.
And
But this, the final issue that they've got is that's the big issue that people can't agree with.
what?
How the actual delivery will happen, especially in suburbs and things like that, and the security of it, the safety.
Well,
of it.
I think now they're at the stage where they've decided no drones will actually land on the ground, and that their package systems have to be tethered.
Yeah, but that's just been shot down as well, hasn't it?
Yeah. Because
the
my
dropping on a
thought
rope
is,
has
there's
been
always
there.
that little badass kid that'll go, "Oh, look, mommy, a drone!" And when she gets the package, he'll run and dive on the rope and yank, or So there has to be some kind of breakaway system, which, like Sean said, that's been outdone.
So here's what we got to do.
I haven't been paying.
You just got to catch.
I think what we're probably going to see is some kind of system, in my opinion, where it will be where if it's an apartment building, it'll drop onto the roof where there's roof access.
Right, but Global
There'll be
Drones
certain sets of them.
Global Drones is predicting giant companies that have it away that houses will have built-in drop ports.
They already are. There's a suburb in Australia that's being built at the moment, and it's being built with drone delivery ports on the side of the house where the drone comes to roof height and it can drop it, but essentially drop it down a chute, but it's padded in such a way that it slows it down.
That's still pretty hot though. I mean, come on.
Yeah, I mean, I'd buy a house that's ready for.
I'm just not cool with them delivering food in those things. I'm not sure how.
No, but if they send it to my backyard, I got 3 hungry dogs and a gopher that might enjoy it.
I'm just curious about the security of the package delivered to the roof.
Yeah, no, indeed. I mean, there are so many issues, and the main issues that they have with it are from the insurance companies.
Yeah.
Desmond Donder says that will not work in windy Scotland.
I
know what they're going to do in Scotland.
I won't be here when that happens.
They're going to put it inside a metal ball and just drop it.
You have these divots in your driveway, and you'll be able to count how many Amazon deliveries you've had that week.
You'll have this giant bowl. They'll drop the ball in, and it'll until it goes down, and it'll roll in front of your door and open up like that. Come on, you got to have some imagination there. I remember hearing that they're building tunnel chutes that suck up the way the package goes in your house, and the drones here. So that's out the window. Metro Drones, thank you much for the super chat, man.
Thank you, Metro. No, but like I said, I just worry about that won't be happening here because I worry about the security of the package.
Thank you.
No one has access to the roof per se, because of security purposes, and they just don't want anyone up there.
But think about it.
Could you imagine that packages being delivered to the roof of this building? I just can't see it happening.
No, I can't either. I can't either.
Exactly. It's the big unanswered question.
But Herman lives in a large building. How many units are in your building?
96 apartments.
Yes.
So I can imagine with the roof, how they put those in little puddles or whatever, your package is being left sitting in the puddles.
Little raccoons running down the street with Herman's.
Well, I wouldn't
No,
worry
they
about
don't
it
run,
on the
Val.
roof.
Val, they don't run. They walk
Yeah.
like they live there.
I wouldn't worry about. I wouldn't worry about them on the roof. I mean, I just worry about your packages being left up on the roof of the building.
I know what I could see happening in your building is someone just sitting up on the roof collecting packages.
Yeah, like a bear going through somebody's picnic basket or something.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, I could see it. I can't see that happening in Brooklyn. Chris Hope, how are you, sir? We appreciate you all for coming in and watching Sunday nights with those guys because, like I'm saying, social distancing, the new norm. And I say it in a question and sort of not in a question because it already is the new norm, but it's getting rough. I don't know about where you guys are. I know where Herman is, how it is, but there was a guy who came into the store. Now, these are several incidences that I've seen since this Corona thing, the 6-foot distancing. And one guy, it went past the line, and the guy turned around and said, "You don't get away from me, I'm gonna stab you." Now, in the same store, one guy came in the store and he got online in front of everyone. And the guy's like, "Yo, man, there's a line here." And other people were like, yo, there's a line. He said, "Shut up, Corona." And he coughed. And the dude was like, dude almost backed up over the person behind him because that's how scared you are. You know, so
taking my radio with me.
And we were at the supermarket. My wife, we were online waiting for about an hour, and a couple behind us were getting a little antsy or a little close. And my wife, she's like half of me, and she turns around, "Excuse me, you're getting a little too close here. Can you please back up?" It's really, really serious. People are even fighting over stuff like over getting within 6 feet of somebody. In fact, if someone's walking on the street and it's you and them, if they don't go into the street, you do.
Well, what they did around the parks and stuff like that, Lawrence? They opened up some of the streets. They and opened them up. They closed some of the streets. So
yeah, I think they did 4.2 miles. 4.2 miles of street.
People could walk in the street and ride their bike or whatever, and not have to be too close to one another. Because
I agree with you, Matt.
Heavy.
Matt says that, see, that's not cool. That would cause a fist to the face. Right. When the dude did the cough thing, I took what I had. No, I took what I had. I put it down. I walked all the way around the beer counter, and I went out the door. I didn't want to walk through whether his cloud of resin or whether he was lying or not. I did not want to. You know what I'm talking about, dude.
We've actually had our first people sent to prison for that over here for coughing on police officers. Yeah, two people, at least two people are going through the system, but one lady actually got 4 months custodial.
Good. Because I know there's crazy people out there doing stuff like that and they think it's funny, but hey, class, but there are some people that will not take that lightly. Because the guy that backed up, he was so scared, he almost ran the poor lady. He stepped back over her and she was moving out of the way. And the guy behind the counter, because I go in the store regularly, the guy behind the counter says, "Now see, why you do some stupid shit like that?" He had some rubbing alcohol in a spray bottle that he wipes the counter down, and he started spraying the dude. He's like, "Get out of my store now, get out of here, you can't get shit out of here." And he sprayed the counter down and wiped everything down. But I was out already walking out of the store when he started doing
took the cap off and
in a different time, somebody would have maced him right there,
No, somebody would have put the 5 knuckles in his face. Seriously, but now you cough or sneeze. I mean, I have a natural cough from my COPD, and I find myself suppressing my coughs because I coughed one time from behind these people, a couple, and a little girl turned around and and just froze right there.
I like
that. Funny mask.
Sorry, the conversation's just getting a little bit.
Yeah. They almost walked another half a block ahead of you.
Yeah, they started pulling the daughter faster. What if I told you were being actively lied to in New York? Most likely nothing. Yeah. What if I proved it? Would you even listen? I wonder. And
Hey, Sean, get a little closer to the camera with that mask.
And now you're talking about violence over
Is it-
cough.
Over
Dude,
here, it looks like a
you-
chili dog on a bun.
Hey,
I think it's
Mortis,
supposed to be a cartoon
you'd be
mouth.
surprised
Rory.
what they're doing here in New York. New York just recently shut down the subway system for a period of time to clean all the cars and stations and
Wow.
stuff like that. And homeless people, the homeless population, COVID is running rampant.
Mm-hmm.
There are a lot of crazy people out there running and coughing and sneezing on the subway, and people are. The guy I was on the last time I was on the subway train, the guy coughed in the car, and most of the car got up and went out through the doors, and left him in the car by himself because he was coughing repeatedly, and he was homeless.
Wow.
You will get punched in the face, man.
Yep.
Seriously. Yeah, COVID is going to get you. Hey, Phantom Hodges.
Okay, Phantom.
Yeah, Lawrence, you guys remember Perseverance, that NASA rover that they were?
Yeah.
Okay, that young man, what was his name? Alex Mathers, I think. Mathers,
Right, the 13 or 16-year-old, something like that.
Yes, he won the contest because he named the rover. Well, NASA has a new Mars helicopter, and it's named what the heck is that? Where the hell? I wrote it down here somewhere. Ingenuity.
Okay.
Yes, Ingenuity. And it was named by this young lady. She's a junior in high school in Northport, Alabama.
Yeah.
What's her name? Venetia? Venetia? Yeah. What is it? Yupani? Something like that. I believe her last name is.
I couldn't tell you. If you have no hard time pronouncing it.
Yeah. Venetia is her first name though. But yeah, she is in a name your rover contest. And she
that's a
won.
big contest.
Yeah, and it was over 28,000 essays entered to NASA for this contest.
Can I use that as a chance to plug my channel?
Go for it.
Why not?
You mentioned NASA and plug your channel. Go for it, bro.
Yeah. Well, tomorrow night I have a live stream with my special guest is Dr. Pascal Lee.
No.
Okay.
Tuesday.
Yes, I remember.
Am I saying tomorrow? Is it Tuesday? Sorry, Tuesday. Yes. Why am I saying tomorrow?
He comes on the same night I'm on.
It's not Monday, surely. It's Dr. Pascal Lee, who is the director of the Horton NASA Mars project. And he's actually the chap that is responsible for sending drones to Mars and the moon. So I've got him on for a live interview. He's done a recorded interview with us before, but I'm really looking forward to that one.
All right. See,
10
pretty
p.m.
soon
UK,
we'll be interviewing astronauts and other big clientele like that. See, he's getting large right in front of us, guys. He's getting 10,000 views for flashing a towel.
I had no idea you could get so many views for that.
Hey, Val.
I told you he was celebrity launch.
Hey, Val. The only question is, will he remember us after he leaves the crowd?
I don't think so, because he comes on Tuesday, but he comes on before me. But then after he goes off, he has to come on my show because he'll have to make it up to me.
Daryl Hickman, how are you?
Is that how
I hope all you guys, your families are well out there. And if you have family that's affected by this COVID-19,
yeah, I can only watch the first
prayers
hour.
are sent to you and your families. My mom, she's not out of the hospital, but she went in. This is like, I guess when it's your time, and when it's not. But she's actually about to be discharged either today or tomorrow.
Better, good.
You know,
Nice.
And she did have
really good
COVID. But she had it already. It came, it was in her system. She never had an effect. And the doctors may believe that it had something to do with the fact that her sugar was so high. The body didn't, she went in with her sugar at 600, and the following day it was diagnosed it was really 900. And at 1,000, your blood starts turning to pudding.
Yeah.
So they
actually even before that, it starts getting super.
They stabilized her sugar, Yesterday was at 300. The nurse I spoke to today told me that it was at in a 2 and change, which for her is I guess good. And so, like I said, she'll be either discharged or tomorrow. The only thing is I can't go to the hospital to pick her up because I have COPD, and that would be like jumping out of the fire
Absolutely.
and into the
Yeah.
fire.
Yeah.
But for those of you, she's doing good, and thank you for the prayers
nice,
and all of that stuff
Nice.
being sent.
So do they think
El
that her
Smeghead,
blood
what's
sugar
up?
went up that high because of COVID?
No, no. We did not know this, but she's slowly starting to suffer from Alzheimer's,
Oh,
and she had not taken her medication, which is for her heart and her blood sugar, for about a month and a half.
Okay.
and it probably saved her, huh?
And
That's
with her sugar being off and everything, we don't even know. They don't even know when she had it, but her she's being sent home. And you know how you know she's feeling better? Because she sends you to hell. If you say something she doesn't like, she says, go to hell. So she's feeling better. Trust me.
Well, that's great news.
Nice. I'll be right back. My dogs are insane.
To answer Chris Hope in the chat, yes, you'll be able to ask Pascal Lee questions. That's one of the reasons why we went live this time rather than pre-recorded.
Yeah,
so.
yeah. You got to be able to go in and ask some questions. I think that's really more interactive. The hard part is keeping track of the legit questions and entertaining the host at the same time.
I have someone farming the questions for me. They're then gonna feed the questions to me. So yeah.
Yeah. So all I can say is if you have a family member out there, or you know someone, even Big Matt, who's in the chat here, he was stricken and he's still mending.
He's mending, yep.
And it was true. This is the first time that the CDC, since I've been alive 56 years, actually predicted something and it came true. And they said it will affect someone you know close to you, and it will affect someone close to someone you know. And I've had all of those things filled in. So
it's crazy, isn't it?
What's going to be the new norm right now? I'll be glad when my mother gets home, because she my wife tells me I kind of yell at her sometimes, but it's only because I'm like, you're my mother, man. Come on. You're supposed to live longer than me. You're supposed to bury, I'm supposed to bury you, not you supposed to bury me. You get what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, kind of.
All right. Who's got some drone news? You, Sean, you got something that nobody knows about. No, and I don't want you to blow up any future shows, but you can kind of hint to get people to come to future shows also.
I have an interview coming up on the channel, which is going to be very controversial, with a certain somebody.
Hey, Lights Connection. What's up, Stevie Bronx?
Who was very famous for flying their drone illegally.
Oh, really?
Hmm.
Okay, interesting. Interesting.
It's taken many months to get him to sit down on camera.
Where is he from?
Where's he from? Let me check where he's actually from. He's the guy that flew in Vegas.
Oh, the one that drifted across and landed on the runway. That dude.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
See,
the one who still hasn't paid his fine.
See, when you take off a towel in front of 10,000 people, you get interviews like that.
Yeah.
No, I think if he saw that, he wouldn't have given me the interview. That's why I deleted it.
You know what? I wish I had screenshot I had screenshot that or recorded that footage.
Hey, you can go back on the stream. It's
before you took it down. Wait, that's right. It's on.
Yeah, you blow that up, etc., and do.
You know what, Lawrence? Also, the FAA has made a way for those who cannot. Well, there's no testing center for you to renew your Part 107. They have made a way for you to do it.
Yes.
And you can go to FAA.gov/UAS to find out more information about it. But it is actually for those who, I guess, who have who needs to, renew it. And since the testing centers were closed since the I guess that the time of the coronavirus started, with that when they locked down the whole country till I guess to the present, or to whenever they open it. I guess that's whoever, but until the 30th of this month.
Right.
Yeah, that's who actually that it's open.
It's actually good news because
but it's only well, not to cut you off, but it's a renewal online because
only for renewal though.
Right, for
not
renewal.
For new applications.
Not for new,
you have to specify.
Not for new testing.
Yeah.
For people who need to renew. Because they had always made this a way under Part 61 for pilots to renew or to do the 107 test. So they've now opened it for those who are 107 who their what do you call it? Their time is expired and they needed to take the tests from before that at the time, like I said, when the country closed down all the testing centers till the 30th of this month.
So that's good to show that things are starting to come back.
Well, what it is they allowed them to do it, but it's only good for 6 months.
Okay.
It's only good for 6 months. But the thing that's good about it is that if you needed to study, it's an open book test. If you get any questions,
thank you, Chris Hope, very much.
If you get any questions wrong, you can go back and they'll allow you to go back and redo it and answer the question again, and they allow you not to get it wrong because you have to get 100.
Well, my understanding was Sean Watson told me, I think that's his right last name.
What happened?
That our testing center, at least in Pocatello, was open.
Okay.
Yeah, I think is
that not true?
No, it may be open.
It may be.
I've heard that outlying areas where there isn't.
There are places where testing centers are not available to people, and that the FAA just made this available for people to go online. But like I said, you can find out all the information on it by going to their website at faa.gov/UAS. Can't miss it.
We appreciate you all. We have to always remind ourselves to tell you guys in the chat, and of course everyone on the panel, without all of this, all of us here, we would not be. So we are very highly appreciative. I'm glad to hear that a lot of people their families are doing well and things are slowly starting to get back to the norm. I don't think it'll quite be the norm because I believe when this is over, I may still have to walk around with a mask on.
Right.
Until they move the meat locker from behind the hospital, which is 4 blocks from me, I'm going to still walk around with a mask on. But
some of the funeral homes have them now too.
I know, but today was the first time I said this is going to be a really ugly summer because I had a mask on. Justin and I went flying, and it was like hot air was coming in through the mask, and I'm like, wow. This is not good. And in the winter, when you need warm air inside your lungs, that's perfect. But on a 77-degree day, and I had a hoodie on, and I had a T-shirt, and I had this shirt on, because I'm not one of those people, as soon as the weather gets nice like this, I'm walking around T-shirt and shorts either.
I am.
Once the weather is continually hot where I can't put on long pants anymore, then I'll convert over. And even then, that means you have more skin exposed.
Yeah, you couldn't work construction.
It was 77 degrees yesterday, and I saw people with winter coats on and their hoods on with masks because they're trying to stay protected.
Yeah, Lawrence, you couldn't work construction.
You're right.
90-degree day, got that mask on, dust, dirt. Yeah, it's nice.
Listen, I used to be a plumber's assistant.
I keep telling you, masks is bullshit.
One time after working with him in a basement in the middle of the summer in the Bronx, underground, and at that time, it was the middle of the summer, the ground was hot, the walls were hot, the air was hot, the metal we were working on was hot. It was really bad.
Hey, Herman, did you notice it all the information starting to fill in now?
What?
Remember how he was complaining about cleaning out the sewer down in the basement? Now we find out he really was a sewer assistant. in a previous life. So he's experienced. You know, I was feeling really sorry for him, but
Paul, go to hell.
Ed Norton.
You know what? I can't with you, Paul, no more. You just wait. He just sits back like a spider on the wall, waiting for a bug to come into the net, to the web.
Yes.
You know, then the bug just says, you know, I'm not even gonna try and get away. I'm dead. You just sit
Paul
back.
just creeps over.
Exactly.
Zapping.
So, what's everybody doing? How are your summers, or your summer, which is about to start? Memorial Day starts the official summer here, which is at the end of the month.
What are our plans?
What is planned? But I've seen people practicing social distancing. They're barbecuing on their terraces. They're barbecuing behind their fences. Unfortunately, in the neighborhood I live in, if you leave your barbecue pit in the middle of your grass and you don't have a fence, when you wake up, it may be gone. But
damn.
Well, you guys in New York, you have a big barbecue, because I remember last year you guys did barbecue a few times.
That was Herman's block party, man.
Not
Herman can burn. All I can say is I left with a goodie bag, and he's like, "Yo, you better give some to your wife." I'm like, "Why?" He's like, "Yo, some of this is for your wife." I'm like, "Why?" Am I lying, Herman? Herman was like, "I'm gonna call your wife. I'm gonna call your wife and tell her I sent you with food for her and your daughter." And I was like, "Why?" I'm not lying.
Yeah, I think a lot of people are gonna, like, with my backyard, I can do all that in my backyard, and I don't mind spending time here at home. So I think social distancing is getting kind of easy for me, because
But how many people live in your city?
Huh?
How many people live in your city?
What is it? We
have roughly
like 1,600,000 in the whole state of Idaho.
Never mind.
That's like a block party for Herman.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah, Herman, thank you. I couldn't come up with a response fast enough. He's like, never mind. And I just looked down.
Well, I mean, some of Idaho is considered frontier. We have places considered frontier in Idaho still.
Yeah,
right?
no.
Beyond rural, it's frontier.
No, I got what you said. I understand that, Val.
Yeah, so
I've seen some places. I mean, I went out to I traveled across Texas with my uncle. Don't want to do that again.
Where the only thing you see is one guy on a horse.
Don't want to see that. Don't want to do that again. Not even.
Hundreds of miles, and there's the guy.
Not even. There's places where it's just hundreds of miles.
I was traveling that in the dark when I was coming back from Maryland one year, and I gotta tell you, I couldn't see the road. There were no lights anywhere. It's pitch black. I was just like, oh my gosh.
See, that's when you put the high beams on, and whatever in front of you, you don't stop to see what it was that you ran over.
Just keep going.
You just keep getting up. Like I asked you how many people are in your city where you live, Val, right? Right now, the population of the Rockaways where I live is 119,512. And this is with the boom after Hurricane Sandy, because before that, it was less than 100,000. Way less than 100,000. But now that they're rebuilding the beach homes, and they've turned the peninsula back into like almost like a resort, because they're building hotels out here. So now when you come from Brooklyn and Manhattan, you don't have to go home. You can get a hotel room and go to the beach every day for the next 3 days or whatever.
You got beaches in Brooklyn?
Huh? Yeah. All around the city.
So the population of Boise, it was in 2017, is 227,000. The population in Salt Lake was 200,000.
Okay.
So Salt Lake is a fairly big city, I thought. I thought it was.
You go outside and see no one.
How are you, Daddy of 13?
You could go outside and come back home and almost not see anyone.
Yeah. See, that can't happen. That doesn't happen here. My daughter can't
That wouldn't be
stand.
here anymore. It used to be like that.
Well, my daughter can't stand going to the store with me because she says you cannot go 2 blocks without saying hello or someone saying hello to you. Because if you've lived in the neighborhood for so many years, it's just common to see people during certain times of the day. You know what husband is cheating on what
13.
wife. You know what wife is cheating on what husband after he goes to work. It's the same thing, you
Oh
know.
yeah, I don't want that information on any of my neighbors.
Oh, you know what, Val? You know what? You don't really have to. You don't have to get the information. Sometimes, depending on where you live and how the community is set up, you can actually see it.
Mm-hmm. Right. Don't look for it.
Yeah, we
It's
got
it's
these
just
guys.
there.
We have these guys that use their car to play phone booth.
They do
Yeah.
what?
They
They
use their
use the
car
car
as a
to play
phone booth.
phone booth.
Oh,
Like
You
it's a
have
call I
alternate.
can't make in the house. I'm gonna go outside of the car and make the call.
oh,
Yeah. They'll tell the wife or the mistress that they're
Going
going
to the
outside to
store.
move the car for alternate side of the street parking and sit in their car for hours on the phone.
oh wow.
Because in Herman's neighborhood, it will take you hours to find parking on certain days.
And some of these guys play phone booth.
That's good to hear, Daddy of 13. I hope the family's well and your family's family and friends and as many as can be are well in this time of I call the plague.
The
Yep.
plague.
I mean,
Rojo!
what?
Rojo!
Robert.
Rojo, wait a minute. I have Robert's email. Ha ha. I thought I didn't have it. Robert, wait, there he is.
It's
We have to get him in
Sunday.
here. You know why?
What?
Wait, that's Amazon. That's the wrong link. He would have said, "Why are you sending me a link to Amazon?" The Amazon news report.
Because you want to bribe a drone, right?
So I bought something from Banggood. I was trying to
From Bang You Good. Stop it.
Yes, because Kim kept saying well, it's cheaper. Well, there's a reason that
It
it's
takes
cheaper.
6 months.
Yeah, it's one of those things that you plug into your goggles. You'll understand what I'm talking about, Lawrence. And then you plug it into your battery and you can put it in your pocket. So your battery
That's
doesn't
what I
to
have.
stay
Yes.
against your
Instead of having the
temple.
battery compartment.
Yes. So I had one and I gave it to Kim because he was having trouble finding it. And I figured I'll just buy one when I get here. So I just started looking to get one. It was months ago. I'm just starting to look to get one. Can't find it anywhere, but where? Banggood. And they said, yeah, that's free shipping. Now they're
Talking
sending
about
it to me.
Yeah, free shipping. You're talking about this here that you can plug in any XT60 and then this end plugs into the goggle. So now instead of it, people don't notice about FPV, but they have some really clunky batteries and stuff. And I don't think it's too cool to have a LiPo that close to your brain to begin with. But they have always the battery pack. So now everyone gets this wire.
Nice.
And I can run this in my coat pocket and keep it warm inside my coat as well.
So
and you can run anything from a 3-cell up to about a 5-cell on it too.
So is the one that has that little button you can turn off on whatever you do with it?
No, this one doesn't. I just plug it in and that's it.
Yeah.
But some of them do.
I ordered that. It will be here. It said, don't worry, fast shipping. I'm like, I wonder what that means. Kim goes, oh, you get it really fast, I'm sure. Then it says ocean shipping, which I think they meant canoe.
Oh. Going to come out of container ship.
Ocean shipping means it comes on a container and it will not hit the United States for a week and a half to 2 weeks. And
it's not coming to my house until July.
And then it will sit in customs.
Circumstances.
It'll still sit in customs for 4 to 7 days. And
under
then you'll
normal
get it.
Circumstances.
No, I'm telling you, they're throwing it on a canoe. And they're
no, they've updated it, Val. For any items smaller than a certain sort of like a letter size, they're now putting it inside a bottle, putting a cork on the bottle, and throwing it into the ocean really hard
during a certain current time.
Yeah, and
I had no idea that they would
eventually come round
that long to get something.
Here, you want to hear how? If you want to hear how what Sean is saying may be true, you remember the earthquakes in Asia Well, no, the tsunamis that they had in Asia. Well, Hawaii and parts of California, up until about a year ago, was still getting furniture and wood from that coming across the Pacific Ocean and making it. And Hawaii got hit with a lot of garbage and stuff.
Yep.
So your bottle's coming. Your bottle will be here.
And I'm like, so I got that wrench thing and I got the other thing. And they tricked me too, because they go, $20, you get $20 coupon. I'm like, yay. And it was gone by the time I checked out. I couldn't find it anywhere. They were just like, come order, Valerie.
No coupon, huh?
No, I would have got everything for free.
The way Bang You Good does it, Val, is
that's what
they give you 1 point for every dollar you spend. So like she said, if you spend $20, they give you 20 points. But that purchase cannot be applied towards your present purchase. Those 20 points will go towards your next purchase. Because I think I had about 189 points. And I finally just used them on some extra props and stuff that I don't need. But by the time they get here, I will.
Yeah, and that's how they bang you good.
And that's bang you good. So don't even bother.
Daddy,
what's up, Robert?
Thank you.
What's up, Novice?
Hey,
Don't even bother
Robert!
Val, don't even bother putting that $1.20 insurance on it. They get everybody with that.
I didn't put any insurance on it. You know, here's the thing.
Insured what?
I am probably going to go buy it. But see, it's not even in stock. I went to get FPV, all these. It wasn't in stock. So now I'm like, really? You're not in stock?
You know why it's not in stock? Because when China shut down, nobody got any stuff in.
Yeah.
And now China's up and running and selling the world everything like they were doing before.
Actually, yours might be on the same boat with theirs.
Yeah.
Just that they bought a bunch of them.
Right, because they don't ship out until they fill a container. If it's by ocean, they fill a container with a lot of other drones and parts and stuff coming over. They don't send those containers out until they're filled to the Raptor. Okay,
so while I'm complaining, I want to bring up another thing that's similar but not.
Okay.
So you know the Osmo Pockets?
Yes.
So Paul gave me an Osmo Pocket last year. And anyway, the connection, so you could have a mic for it, so you get a little bit better mic. Do you ever use that, Herman?
Herman has the external mic on the Osmo Pocket.
Yes, I have.
You do? Okay. Yeah. So I finally ordered one with my stimulus.
Over 2 months with some tiny Whoop parts to come from China.
But here's the deal. I wanted one for my Hero 5, right? It has not been in stock forever. I know. There's yours.
For the Hero 5 you're talking about?
Yeah. Oh, Robert, what don't you have?
One of those?
Robert's got the studio floodlight.
Yeah.
The Go NBC Live mic, everything, man. Look at that.
Oh,
I've even got the microphone with the NBC. No, I'm kidding.
But you know what? He's got the ringtone when he pulls out the camera. Yeah, newsflash.
No, I've got the
oh my God.
Was that Entertainment Tonight?
See, even showing
this is the wireless kit that you can get for
you can get a wireless kit?
Yes,
you can get wireless.
Yes, they have wireless mic.
Is that that's the Rode, right?
I was looking at the Rode 2, which is a little 2.5 inch by 2.5 inch box. And you have an actual. I was actually looking at that system, and then
this thing goes in the.
And then this thing, COVID happened, and everything else.
You guys are gonna have to school Val.
Oh, nice, Mike. So
Val.
Yeah,
so
I
what's
just
up?
heard what Mike was saying. So I don't understand. So will this? Do I get it? Do I have to put an extra part on this to make it be wireless?
Yes.
Yes.
To the road.
This end. This is the transmitter. That's currently got an Osmo Action.
Right.
On it. So you turn this on. I've got this slightly more advanced kit only because I can do actual in-person interviews with it as well. I can split it off into multiple ports. and then these two talk to each other. I plug my lav mic in here, which then pins to my shirt. That thing gets pinned to my side, and then this stays with the camera. There's a shoe for you to attach it to the top of the camera and things, and then that's it. And then it's fully wireless.
So is it really bad of me to ask about what that runs?
I think this was about 340.
340.
Yeah, they're
So,
they start.
Excuse me.
This is the filmmaker kit. This is the filmmaker kit.
I have to ask. So Congress, when you send another stimulus, can you give me a coupon for GoPro and Rode mic?
Yeah.
just this from GoPro was $60, I think.
It's now 49, but it's never in stock.
Yeah, but this is a good microphone for it too.
Is it?
Yeah. I'll have to look and see if I can send you the link for that.
Yeah, send me links. But
I
need to find. I thought, okay,
It's directional.
right now I can afford to get.
Is it for YouTube videos?
Huh?
Are you doing it for YouTube?
Mm-hmm.
So I also recommend the Invisalav for the Rode mics, which is a little plastic sleeve that you put the end of the mic in, and then you can stick it on the inside of your shirt, but it still picks up your voice perfectly. But then you don't have all the clips on your shirts and things.
Right, so you don't see the actual clip.
That's
right. Tell us all your secrets.
It also stops your breath.
Tell us all your secrets. Go.
I'm an open book. I'm an open book. It also stops your breathing from being recorded. You know, when you hear someone's videos and
you don't get that breath across. You don't get the breath across the mic,
which isn't nice for people who wear headphones when they watch videos.
Well, with me always panting and breathing hard, I would need something like that.
Right.
Seriously,
I have equipment to do some extra stuff I want to do this summer, and then I have but I got a mic for my Osmo 3 Mobile 3, so I can use that. But when I want something a little smaller, you know, it would make it nice if I had something that was, you know, that had some mics to it. I thought I probably should complete
all of the Rode wireless kits. I know people that use different ones, and they all swear by them as quality wise. They're all very, very good.
Well, from what I saw on the Roadies, what got me on the little Roadie ones were the fact that they were so small, and you can have the transmitter in your pocket. But if you didn't have an external mic, or until you could get an external mic, you could put the receiver on your camera facing you, or you could actually have the receiver clipped somewhere out of frame, and built-in microphone was substantial enough to pick up your voice. You may have to clean it up and denoise it a little, but if you're editing audio anyway, you're going to do that.
Hey, Craft King, I would like to try
Hey, Craft King, how are you?
The best if I could get so I don't have to do as much editing.
Well, as much editing?
It doesn't change editing.
It's personal preference, Val. It's personal preference.
Yeah.
I used to have to record my audio separately before I got that, which was a lot of work. So it's cut my process down dramatically.
Yeah, I used to do to try to line it up, and then I couldn't find the
perfect use for those wireless microphones, Val, is if you're interviewing someone, and I found this out over the summer, which has made me look at wireless mics, that if you're interviewing someone, your audio is good and the other person's is not good. So to be able to clip an external mic onto them or out of frame is a great advantage.
Absolutely.
You know, I mean, that's
you can hang a mic over on top of both of you.
Right. If you have that availability.
Well, you've also got, if we're talking tech and things, you've also got the.
Or you could just do like this.
Omnidirectional.
Right.
Ones like this, the Tascam.
Yeah, you can use a Tascam or a Zoom.
This has microphones on both sides. So if you have an interview,
I've seen those.
You put it in the table between you, and it picks up everybody perfectly.
That's great.
They do work very well.
What are those called?
That particular brand is called a Tascam, That's the DRO5, which there's a
Yeah.
newer model, but I love the DRO5.
And in special mode, it also sees ghost.
But this is also good if you're recording in your car. You don't actually need to have a lav mic or anything. This because you can dial this in to remove all of the noise of the car.
Background noise. It has filters already.
Yeah, so you have a you can set the level when you get in, and it shows you.
DraftKings says it looks like a taser.
Yeah, right.
Okay, I put in task 5, and I got a mission of penguins.
That's good. That's because that's not what we said. That's why you got that.
Task scam. Task
TAS.
scam.
TAM.
Okay.
TAS.
TAS.
CAM.
CAN.
Oh.
M for mother, and then it's the DRO5. But I used to record all of my audio because you can put a lav mic in the top, and that's what I used to do all my audio with.
Okay, you still used an external with that,
but now I use this, the wireless kit that goes straight into my Osmo Action.
Okay. All right. See, everyone
So
has their own little tricks.
that
What's
task
up, Adrian Lee? How are you?
is
Haven't
not
seen
that
you in a while. I hope
bad.
all is well on your end. Hope your family and friends are well as well. Tim Jackson, be back soon after run to town. Tim Jackson, tomorrow morning, I will email you a tracking number so you can forward it to your son. Okay, I appreciate it very much. There's not a whole lot happening in the world today. Other than this
in the world today.
Other than this, I mean, there's a lot happening, but then there's still not a lot happening. I know one thing. I'm getting tired of driving past all these restaurants and I can't go inside and sit down. You know, there's just something to the effect. Like my mother, before she got ill, she was hinting that she has nothing to eat in her house. And I'm like, Ma, your refrigerator, you have to kick close. Your cabinets are busting open at the seams. And you have food in cans under the kitchen tables and in the cabinets. Why do you not have nothing to eat in the house? Oh, there's nothing I have a taste for here. But if Red Lobster were to open, I would like to have some of that.
Because they have this better biscuits.
You know, so, and I have to chuckle. I have to chuckle at her because I understand. I totally understand. Since this quarantine thing, it's been hard, especially if you cook meals at home. You got to get really creative. Tomorrow, I'm actually going to make some fried rice for the first time in a while, or what I call dirty rice. You know, just to change up the rice thing.
Nice.
Did I miss a shot in a drop?
Yes.
No, not yet, Justin.
What's up,
He
everyone?
just comes in. Did I miss
showed
a
up
shot?
unprepared, Justin.
He just comes in. And did I miss a shot in a drop? But Justin,
Sorry.
wait, you're missing drones on the wall. What are you operating on everything?
Gosh.
Yeah, I got everything all over the place.
No. What's up, Justin?
Not much. The wife gave me a list to do stuff. That's why I'm left behind.
Oh,
Oh,
honey-do
we
list.
got the honeydew.
I was clean out.
Hold on.
garage.
I'm tired of seeing it now. Big Matt says Mavic Air 2 reviews and unboxing. I don't even watch them anymore, Matt. You know why?
Yeah.
Because it's to the point now where I don't want to see those. Everyone knows what it is to open a box.
Yeah.
It looks cool and everything. That's a waste of freaking footage. Get the drone out there.
It just makes
Put
me
it in
want my
right.
freaking drone more.
Right, but put it in 4K at 60, put it in 4K at 30, put it at 2.7 at 60. Show me how this thing works. I don't want to see you open it and, oh, this is the battery and this is the controller. And you know, that's
Okay, I want to be really clear. If you guys get it, you're supposed to come on live and open the box when I'm on.
But Novice told us
Don't
not to.
listen to Lawrence.
Lawrence
I
said
want to
that-
see those openings.
Val,
They've been
Lawrence
doing
is
that for
almighty.
a week already.
What?
Val, everybody and their mother has a video on the Mavic Air 2 now.
Yeah, but
There's
our
even
guys,
13-year-olds
I wanna see
opening it
those
up.
Openings.
Ooh, I got this new tool.
Val is
Look,
famous
look,
for
Val.
See?
open.
You know what's
Huh.
funny? Hey,
Look,
Robert.
it's got tools in it.
You know what's funny, guys? I remember my daughter when she was very little. We would go out and we would get her these American Dream dolls and all these toys, right? And this was like the age maybe about 3 to about 5. Every Christmas we'd go out and get her all these toys and stuff that she didn't even know she wanted. And you know what she played with the most out of all the stuff we got her from the age
Box
3
that
to
came
5?
in.
The freaking box. The freaking box, man. And one year, the one year that we said we should just give her the boxes and she's happy with those as a joke. She was actually looking for stuff inside the box.
How old was she?
Somewhere between 3 and 5 years old.
Ooh, that's nice.
See?
I know a guy that did a review on that case.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You?
What? Me?
You?
Was it?
No, I don't do unboxings for everything.
How do you think I knew about it?
But I like seeing those. Oh, look at that. See? And Paul, he unboxed lights today.
What was that last one?
Paul had lights
in there?
today that he
Yeah.
got.
I agree, Matt. We should have just brought boxes, but then Children's Services would have
Love
said
this
that would have
thing.
been mean.
Val, it was
Actually, fix the filters in there too.
Oh, cameras.
What happened, Val?
Paul,
What's for dinner,
waited till
Justin?
I was on Rogers
Burger.
on
Okay.
in the chat before he opened his cameras. He's lucky too. Is there a TV
Speak
running
of Roger.
somewhere?
Speak of Roger. When is he going to do a Mavic mini flight?
He did one.
If the winds ever die down up there.
Yeah. He was so excited he was going to go yesterday.
Listen.
He was going. Yeah, I was going to chase him with the
Okay.
spark, and then it was too cold or windy or rainy or something.
Oh, you have the complete
Will
set.
not have
Robert.
good
Do
fly
do you
weather.
have the
Wide angle? Yeah.
no, I got that one. I'm just a little
Show me what do you
not too
have?
crazy about it.
Robert, she missed. Those are the lenses for the Osmo Pocket.
I have a lens for the wide angle. I got it after Robert showed me it.
I've got 2 wide angle lenses because I thought I lost one.
Yeah,
I found it.
And
I
I
found
know
it out in the
what
yard.
it is, but I think I've forgotten again because I keep changing what I carry it in my boxes, and it gets me confused.
What field of view do the wide angle lenses give you?
So here's a question.
Get what it
What was that, Robert? I've only used it once. I didn't care.
takes
for
up to what, like 130 or something like that, doesn't it?
Very good.
It's not.
Nice.
because I thought it would have been different, manufactured different than the way it was. It goes on the same way the
Yeah.
filters do. So now I got to come back and post and play with it. Plus the depth of field it doesn't change much. It just widens out the shot.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Very cool.
Well, all I can say is I don't have an Osmo Pocket. No.
No? Aw,
I don't have one.
I do.
I seriously considered getting one at one time, but then DJI went and messed with my brain like they do all of us, and I saw a picture somewhere of an Osmo Pocket 2. Actually, it was an Osmo Pocket from DJI with a round case instead of a square one, and I haven't been able to find that picture anywhere else. So I don't know if it was a tease or computer generated, but I'm afraid to buy an Osmo Pocket now because with my luck, I buy it, they'll discontinue it.
Remember, they were going to give you an underwater thing. Is that what you were showing
Yeah,
us?
that's what he's showing you right there.
That's what he's showing you. Yeah,
Don't-
that's the
don't
underwater
get-
lens.
Don't get anyone else's but that one.
Yeah, I've read some of the reviews of the ones that
I've
are all
seen
clear.
some of them, and it
Yeah.
leaked.
It leaked, and also the footage came out.
Not that one, Val. All of the copies, the fake ones,
It kind of made
the
the
third
Yeah,
party.
It gave it a
It's just-
fishbowl kind of look.
Yeah.
to it, yeah.
yeah. I saw that.
Have you used it, Robert?
Not yet. I just got it last week.
Okay.
I haven't tried it out
I
yet.
can't find enough of them as I don't.
because
got
I
too many.
absolutely love my cameras,
I got too much junk
and
for
I
the
would be
Osmo
upset
Pocket.
if it leaked and ruined my camera.
And with all
Well,
the up,
I'm happy with my Hero 5 right here.
Yep.
2.7, 60 frames per second, and it's good to go.
I was
I'm very
shooting
happy
with the
with it.
Osmo Pocket with all of the doodads and gadgets and stuff on it. And this lady is like, what is that? I'm like, it's a camera. She goes, is it?
Oh,
I've got the selfie stick for it too.
Yeah, I have that thing too. I don't really consider it to be a selfie stick because I look at it as more as being able to get it into a spot where you can't get to. Like you want to get closer.
Right, you
with
want to
it.
get closer into something, yeah.
Yeah, or like down underneath something.
Yeah.
Or the other thing that's nice about it is when you want to go up over top of a crowd.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
You want to try to get up over something you can't reach.
Yeah, they don't call it a selfie stick, they call it an extension.
Yeah, because your screen is still there where you can see it up close on you.
Right.
show me the extension one that you have, Robert.
Hold on, let me go get
I was
it.
about
It's
to
in the
say,
other room.
Sean, you're abusing that poor drone.
Because I
Sorry,
have
man.
to, hold
But
on.
It fell over.
I can actually have it set up where there's a whole bunch of different things on it.
You have, Sean, how is that?
It's awesome.
Probably has the same extension stick that I have.
Because
have
I
to say,
still
yeah,
have the
same one.
old, I still
the same
have
one,
the
Herman.
old prehistoric one.
Oh yeah.
See?
Oh yeah. Cool.
I
I
have
still have the prehistoric
I
one.
bet it still
dude.
works well though.
It does. It does. It still works well, but I'm
Yeah.
so jealous because
Build
that
quality
one
is great.
spins around better.
Hey,
I have
Robert,
this-
how far does that extend?
As much as you want it, honey.
let me see. Show me.
You asked for that, Paul.
I'm still left out. I'm the only one that doesn't have one.
So hold on. So that's for the pocket?
Yeah, see the
Yeah.
short
Yes. 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 Don't you have that, Herman?
Yeah, Herman's got one.
Have everything for the Osmo Pocket.
So I got to tell you, the only thing
And it's
that
got
worries
a-
me about the Osmo Pocket,
This is my
It's
pocket.
Tripod stand for it.
it doesn't feel like it sits in where it's like these, it's going to clip onto something. But the pocket, you're just kind of setting it in something and hoping it stays there.
Well, this one,
What?
it clips right in. The Osmo Pocket clips right into it. You know where you put your
Oh.
phone thing in?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's where the Osmo Pocket fits in it.
Right. It plugs straight in. It slides
and then
onto
you-
that
it
track.
Slide in.
It
This
slides
has
onto a
controls
track
on it,
valve.
so you can use the Osmo Pocket extended away from you.
Where'd you get that?
From DJI.
Good look, Sean.
See the
we
buttons
go.
on the handle down where you are, so you don't have to be trying to.
Yeah, you
me
don't
see
have
the
to mess with
delay.
it up
Oh,
there.
And you get a
Yeah.
joystick on it.
I like that.
We go for a walk around my house.
Yeah, this is the Osmo 3 that Robert sent me, and I love
I
it.
have Osmo
You don't like
Pocket, but
your
a lot.
Osmo 3?
Yeah, I still got my Osmo 3.
No, I'm talking about Lawrence.
What?
You don't like your Osmo 3?
I don't like this.
See now, Robert.
I don't like
with
this plain thing that I have.
What is that? That's an Osmo 3?
This is the two. This is the one that has been sitting here collecting dust since I saw the Osmo 3.
Oh, because it made you sad?
Yeah,
And
Robert.
it made me sad because mine only has 2 axes.
Is that for the phone adapter?
Right. I can have the viewing screen, right? So I can actually see what
Not
the
bad,
camera's
Sean.
seeing.
With the cat
I
cam.
can put the light on this,
Yeah.
the mic, everything
Oh, okay.
to
All
be able
right.
to shoot with.
Sean, you're muted.
Sorry, it works well as a webcam.
It works. You listen. Some
Well,
of
you-
these cameras and some of these phones, I'm not gonna. I've always been a person to go against the grain. So I didn't have anything in my house with the letter I in front of it until this last Christmas, and I couldn't do nothing about it or say anything about it. But the Samsung phones, I think they're great
Okay.
phones, but to me personally, the operating system is just a little simple. So I've always been an LG person, and the cameras on these LG phones have never failed me. In fact, that's what I have. No, So that's not what I have there. Never mind.
Hello.
dark side.
Oh, why'd you go?
But see, Val, you see how yours is like that with the wire coming from it?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Robert, what I
That's
was
what
saying,
made
just-
me jealous.
I have one of those too.
That's what made me jealous. Yeah,
Yeah.
Robert, he has one
Z-axis.
too. I've yet to see him use it.
So what is that?
That
It's a
Val,
it's
you
a
know how you
Z-axis.
walk and the picture bounces when you walk.
As you
the
can see,
Osmo-
I've learned how to steady the camera without it.
Right, Val. Well, that extension is a shock absorber that absorbs that bounce when you're walking.
And then you can put a phone adapter on it. You can have your
Right.
phone up there.
Oh God, how much stuff do we have? You know, I'm going to tell you something. I love this, and when I'm doing my cooking videos, I use this. This on my tripod, my quick click
Yeah.
tripod. I use this. Every one I've made. This is the
Okay.
one I love it.
Work.
Well, see, I don't.
I knew you'd get some use out of that, Val.
What I was
Wait,
saying,
wait,
I really
Sean,
do.
Sean's already pulling out the.
What is that? A Ronin?
I can
DJI
put
Ronin?
that in there, Robert.
What is that?
Huh?
Is that a baby Ronin?
I can put this in
Is
there.
that the Ronin?
Light
Yeah.
and
No,
everything on there, the
Ronin.
light and everything.
What are you
Yeah.
pulling out now?
It's a motorized
Ooh,
slider.
Slider.
Oh, nice.
Oh, I want one of those.
I've been wanting one of those too. Been thinking about it.
Hey, Val, I just got the 30-minute warning that your show's going live.
They're very nice.
It is?
I just got the 30-minute.
Is that
warning.
motor? I'm sorry.
Yes, sir. It's motorized. Yeah, I've got a motor in a little box that attaches to this side here. These two little silver things,
Yeah.
and then there's like a little rubber runner that I clip on both sides.
I
then
love
I
talking
control it
about
from the
tech
app.
stuff. I love it. I end up
I've used it
Yeah,
twice so far. I have to get it
Yeah.
in more videos to justify buying it.
Hey, there you go, Robert.
Yeah.
He's got the same. Herman has the same.
Yeah.
That's so good, isn't it? Is it the Scotty
bionic
one?
Part.
Yeah, it's the made by Scott. Yeah.
Yeah, that's just such a
I
good
make
one, isn't
I
it?
make stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, it's such a good quality.
It's 3D printed.
Yeah, it's amazing. His stuff is incredible, isn't it? The quality of it.
Oh, it's
The
awesome.
Captures Light Connection says he uses his Osmo Pocket when he does his cooking shows.
Yeah. I use
That's
my
the way.
pocket I use my pocket or my GoPro to pick up the secondary stuff, like showing what I'm actually doing. And then I use this to show me. And I gotta say, I just love this thing.
We should have a stream one night where we talk about all of our YouTube gadgets and what they do.
You know, that would be real interesting, Sean, because
Because I've learned so much from all of you guys and from other people, and I love passing it on, all the little tricks. And if you do this, it gets rid of this effect for you.
We should do that. We should do that next week.
yeah, we should,
Okay.
because I come to find out I don't vlog much because I can't stand seeing myself vlogging, but I had got to a point where I could literally walk with this GoPro in my hand and you would have minimal bounce. And it's only because I almost have a 3-foot reach. So my arm is sort of like a shock absorber before it gets to me, you know. But I've gotten quite good at it, and I've wanted the Osmo Pocket, but like I said, it would be my luck. I buy it, they discontinue it, and come out with the Osmo Millennium or whatever.
Yeah.
You know how DJI does.
Well, now they've got two
Because
other
now it's
knockoffs
300
that do the
You
same.
can get it for $300 now.
See,
Yeah, and
this
they've got
guy-
some. It's called the Fumi has the same thing like an Osmo Pocket.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, I
see,
saw
Val's
that. It
like,
looks exactly the same.
What
Hold
does it
on.
say on it?
wait a
That's
minute, where is it?
Like
30 minutes,
30 minutes.
okay.
26 minutes, 48 seconds.
Herman,
You,
how do you like that mic?
it's pretty good.
Yeah,
What
Yeah,
kind
does
is
pick
it?
up a lot of wind, or use a dead cat?
He
Okay.
uses the dead
So when I
cat.
do use it,
John, hide your
I
cat.
use it with this.
Yeah,
When I don't, sometimes I'm just quick to just get it done. I don't
Mhm.
even plug the mic in.
Oh, okay.
But if I have the whole setup with the light and everything, and I put the mic on it and everything.
Hmm.
So do you take your You have one of these too, these lights?
Yeah, I've got a small one here, but I got a bigger one at work.
I have to plug it in and recharge it now.
I've got about 20 of them.
Yeah, I just showed you.
Hey, don't give so much stuff away. We gotta say something for next week.
Yeah, right. Show your makeup. I'll be the quickest one. I'm like, this is all I got. That's it. I'm done.
Then I have the other light over here that to set something up.
And then Herman has the light that you could land.
Nice.
You could land a shuttle from.
I'll be right back, Novice. I'll be right back.
He has the floodlights you can land the shuttle from because that's how bright it is. Shine it into the sky. It looks like the Freedom Tower lights going into the sky.
Oh my God.
This I like because it's quite good at stabilization. You can put your camera on this level, a light up here, and then it's just very easy to get like the low down shots when you're out and things. And just you can also leave it on a wall with the light shining on you.
Start calling you Inspector Gadget.
You can start, you can talk to it like that. So
okay, all right.
You can put anything on it. You can put Osmo Action, Pocket. Obviously, people who have
it has the little millimeter screw.
You would like this.
It's actually got a grate at the bottom, so you can put whatever you want through it, basically.
Okay.
So if it physically fits in this space, you can do what you want.
It's the extension, Val.
So what's
Sean, that's pretty. I like that. For getting down, we did a car show over the summer. That would have been great instead of me using my Osmo to get the low shot.
It's smooth as well, so you can, if you bend a little bit, you can have this literally skirting the ground, really, really low shots.
What you say, Val?
Is it on DJI?
Yes.
So send me a link since you're an affiliate, right? And I'll get it.
Good idea.
Not too much.
Yeah, okay. See, Herman, send the link, Herman, and send your affiliate link, and she'll give you some affiliate help there.
Tech Sunday next weekend.
Got back and still on live. Cool. Hey, Tim Jackson, welcome back. Tim. Glad you can come back. I have a Micro Pro 4-axis. It's on the way from Scotty.
Ooh,
I've heard about those.
4-axis.
I've heard about those. Yes. 4-axis literally takes the bounce out of your shot.
What's Paul doing? Editing?
Paul's editing the first half hour into the
stream. I see that. He's been
Justin, the first half hour into the hold on, Justin, the first half hour into the live stream, Paul launched a video. I'm like,
I see that.
But you know what? You could close the show and he would never know.
Yeah, he wouldn't. As long as you didn't say Libby. As long as you didn't say Libby, he's in his own world over there.
He'd never know you were
here with me, right there.
Did you get a special shout out on Thursday, Paul?
Yes, I did.
Yes, he did. I was watching.
I saw it.
What's that?
That is a power bank.
I was going to say a dilithium crystal, isn't it?
What is that for, NASA?
It's got lights. It's got 110
powered
inverter.
by a dilithium crystal.
Yeah.
There you go, Paul. There she is.
Yep.
That's nice. That's nice.
See how close he gets to the screen when Libby's on the screen?
You there, Paul? You there, Paul?
The only reason Paul downloaded Flip Flop.
Flip Flop.
I swear to God, if I get an invite from you, Paul, on TikTok, I'm getting off the internet. I'm just letting you know, Paul.
You can live stream from there.
No, let's stop it. Don't give him any ideas.
Give him any ideas.
Do not give him any ideas because you'll be the first to get an invite, Sean. Sean, you'll be the first to get an invite. Help me. Help me go live, Sean.
Yeah, right.
Let me take this virtual.
Lawrence wants to go live on TikTok.
No, I don't. I don't.
And you know what, Val? I keep it low budget. I got it all in the DJI bag.
Nice.
Yeah, all of his
same bag
stuff.
it came in here in is the same bag I carried around.
What's that, Justin?
Oh, nice.
So you got one of those too, Justin?
Yeah. This thing is awesome. It's got 4 USBs on it, so you can charge everything. And then I can plug my DJI charger in it.
You can charge your cell phone forever on that.
Yeah.
What is that, Sean?
Well, that's going to fit in the Mavic Air holder.
Oh, it's
And
the
then that'll give
adapter
the-
for the Mavic Air.
that'll give
So
the nice
wait,
big-
so you're hoping that Mavic Air that adapter will fit in your Mavic Air too.
Well, see,
they
you
did
don't,
a review on them and they fit.
Hey,
Yeah,
Lord,
they do fit.
you
Some
haven't
of them
been
fit.
watching the reviews because it does
I
have.
don't.
You
I
guys
don't. I
that
will
hate
not
those
watch another
videos-
box opening again. I'm
You guys
sorry.
that hate those videos
Hey guys,
and learn so much from them.
Yes,
we gotta
Val.
do the drop before I go, so I can make sure you do it right.
I don't want to do a drop.
Ask them why.
Why don't you want to do a drop?
Because
Ask them why.
they're posers.
But-
When you hear, everyone
them why.
got bass in their voice. When you ain't here, those guys.
Val, ask him if he's not one of those guys that he's talking about when you're
Yeah,
not.
because I've heard him on here.
He gets quite lazy with it on Wednesday nights.
No,
I thought I was hearing puberty voices.
Quite.
Why?
I know, right? Like somebody pulled a nose hair or something. Those guys.
aye,
Either that or you wasn't. Either that or you wasn't looking where you was walking.
True. This is true.
I actually need to head out. So do we want to do a drop?
All right. We'll do a
Oh,
drop.
I see. I
Okay.
see.
Sean.
Everyone's gonna do it. I say it's a good
Oh,
news.
is this a shot in the drop or is this just?
No, this is we
Got
just
it,
doing a
drop
drop.
Sunday
shot.
night.
Just the drop.
We're doing a
just
drop.
drop?
Robert thought he was doing subliminal messaging by holding a drink up there.
Robert's primed.
All right, we're gonna get it in.
Good
Here we
work,
go.
Robert.
You ready?
Uh-huh.
Sunday
Yes, sir.
nights with those guys is sponsored by
Those
guys.
Is that better, Val?
It was.
They're
better-
all posers.
Why didn't
I'm
everyone
telling you,
smile
soon
when
as
they
you-
say it?
As soon as you leave, the testosterone leaves, and I don't know what it is, man.
Hey, Sean, before you go, Lawrence is going to be doing his live. He's going to be doing
Huh?
the Saturday Night Fever challenge. He's going to be doing his dance like he did for Val.
See. We're not going there, Paul.
Remember
Hey,
that?
Brant Ariels, how are you, buddy?
Send you an
We're
email.
not.
Hey, Brad
Listen,
Ariels, what's good,
listen,
bro?
we're not going
You
there,
know what's
Paul.
funny? How
I
Paul
found-
come along and just tell everybody what they're gonna do.
I know.
We having a dance-a-thon? Woo.
What? Yeah.
There you go.
He has a whole schedule on the wall of what.
Yeah,
Right, Sean. See,
It's time
Sean
for
knows how
Lawrence
to get
to
out
do the
off
dance
screen.
again. Lawrence did the dance for Val.
So, Sean, when are you on now?
Tuesday night.
Tuesday night.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
What time?
It is 10 p.m. UK time. So what's that? 5
5 o'clock.
for you guys?
East
Yeah.
Coast.
Okay.
Is it 5 o'clock, you guys? No, it's 6.
The
isn't
4
it?
for Central.
I think you come on just an hour before
Hold
me.
on, he's going by
That's
the
what I
real
thought.
time.
I
that
said
he
East
gives-
It's
Coast.
5 p.m. in North Carolina.
the real
Okay.
time in
East time.
what time is it?
It's 5 p.m. in North Carolina when I go on.
That's
It's 3
Eastern, right?
3 p.m. Pacific.
Okay. So he's given the real time in the United States.
Yes. So you don't have any excuse
Eastern Standard Time.
not to be
Okay,
there.
I'll be there for I don't know when it comes on, but I'll look for the thing because I'm confused.
Look for
See,
the.
Val, if you had the
Or
bell
you
clicked,
could go
you would
to
get
the link
alert.
and set a
Right. You
reminder.
click the bell.
Click
I
the
have
bell,
it
Val.
clicked.
Do you mind if I
Click
put
the
the
bell,
link in the
Val.
chat very quickly?
Go
Go
ahead.
for it. Go for it.
If you
Alright.
click this link and click set reminder, it will.
Okay, Tim Jackson, I'm gonna hold you to
We'll
that.
take you
Next
there.
week, Sunday, we'll have a drop in the shot.
Now, on Monday night, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
El
We
Smeghead
got the
says it's
PMS
almost
show
midnight
on
there.
Paul Murray. On
No,
Paul Murray's channel. The PMS
That's
show.
the Herman and Lawrence show
The Paul Murray show.
with Paul Murray as
Monday
the
night, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Don't
Paul,
miss it.
you're gonna keep trying, Paul.
Don't miss it. It's fun and games and laughs and all kind of
That
All
reminds
kinds of hoopla.
obnoxiousness over there.
Sean says, "No, I'm
Yeah.
busy."
All right, all right.
Oh, I'll be there for the PMS show, definitely.
Okay. Oh shoot! I closed that out. Oh, there we go.
That's tomorrow
Okay, I got
night.
you. I got you triggered. So you'll come
Thank
on.
you.
So guys, I gotta go because I start right after you guys get off. But thank you for inviting me in. This was
Not a problem. It's just
lot of fun.
really stay safe out there, fly safe, be safe, etc.,
Stay out of
Plain
trouble.
and simple.
And get used to the new reality.
Val, like, how it's getting warmer now? All you gotta do is put a pan of water out there for the dogs and let them go find that gopher.
Yep.
I have been asking him to go find the gopher, and my dog was digging a hole to China, and I said, yeah, no.
What kind of dog is it, Val?
I have a really big husky. I for the neighbors, this is my husky. And then he's like 100 pounds. So he's a little bigger than the normal dog. And then I have my Saint Bernard, and then I have a Labradoodle.
Devil dog.
The husky will take care of that gopher,
Val,
surely.
with all that dog food you're buying, Val, before you get out here, make them suckers go out there and work.
Yeah.
Feed them less, they'll find a gopher because they'll be hungry.
Yeah, well, and the thing of it is, Val, is don't worry about the lawn being all torn up.
See, Val, think about this. Why would I work my hardest when my belly's full?
Yeah, that can be fixed.
Why would I work so hard if my belly's full? Now, if I'm hungry, I'm going to work harder, aren't I?
Oh, I got to tell you, my woofy dog, my husky, he goes after it a lot. He's trying to get that gopher. He wants it, but I think he wants to make friends.
No, they're gonna play with it.
Because he heard
they're gonna play with it, all right.
Oh yeah,
Lawrence, she named the gopher.
I know.
It's Harry.
Oh.
That's gonna be even more fun when they throw it past you.
Hey guys, I love you.
And it bounces off the side of the house.
Hi guys.
Take it easy.
I can't find the.
Thanks, Sean, for coming in. We appreciate you, man.
It's the red button.
It's the red button. Justin, you're falling from the sky on your back. You're about to hit you. The car's about to hit you in your head. Oh, it missed. Where is that? Tesla?
I don't know. He's gonna land on that.
That looks like Tesla.
No, that's not Tesla.
That looks like we were at Tesla. The fence was behind you. Yes, it was. I know.
That's
I know.
Not Tesla.
I know my drone shots. That was at Tesla.
That's not Tesla. Look at the city.
Oh, this is Tesla now because you're where we are. No, I mean not Tesla, Carvana. I'm sorry, I keep saying Tesla. It's Carvana. Is the car vending machine spot. Justin and I had decided on our way to Philly to stop and get the Carvana thing, and we did, but it was windy as hell. My Mavic Pro almost got blown away across the highway that day. So, Robert, what's good, man? What's happening on your end of the world?
Windy. I was trying to fly all weekend, and it was windy.
Well, it's been in the 70s here the last 2 days.
Oh, it's been beautiful here. It's been 60s, 70s here.
But the wind. Yesterday was really windy. Today was the first time I flew on a beach, and you know a beach is always windy.
Yeah.
Today I flew along the beach, and the wind was non-existent. Definitely.
Now, yesterday we went out and got the AMA site fixed up. We had to move our trailer.
Okay.
Right now the weather is great. Right now, Lawrence.
Yeah. I could imagine. What does UAV forecast say for the wind at 250?
What does Kitty Hawk say?
At 250 feet, 12 miles gusting to 16. And if you go to Kitty Hawk, Kitty Hawk will tell me also. Let's see how different they are.
At what altitude?
At Kitty Hawk, it just says 10 miles per hour gusting to 13. And my question is, like you said, what altitude are they reading? Visibility's 10 miles, humidity 60%, cloud cover 30, and the sun will go down at 5 minutes to 8. And I'm on that perfect angle in the summer where it just comes through the door into the basement apartment where we are. Wow, KP index is 3.
Wow.
Yeah, that's a little high. What does UAV say the KP index is? Okay, updated. KP index is 2. So, all right. Those of you who don't know and or believe in the KP index, they supposedly it's a chart system that reads the how would you say, solar flare activity that hits the earth. And supposedly if it's like 3 or higher, you have bad reception when you're flying drones and stuff like that. But who's to say whether it's true or not? But I have noticed when I fly
you can't experience radio interference.
What's that?
You can't experience radio
when your KP's up.
Yeah. See, yeah, if you have a 3 where you're at, and I have a 3 where I'm at. Usually, if it's 3, I don't fly, or I'm very, very cautious of where I fly.
I don't go far away from me when
exactly. Like most flyaways happen when the KP index is high.
Joe Mack wants to know what KP. I think isn't that a kinetic pulse?
Kinetic pressure, pulse or pressure, or
because the kinetic pressure, the pulse that I think it's talking about is coming from the sun.
Right. Those are solar flares that the sun has a solar flare, and every now and then these waves come through our atmosphere and can affect cell phones, radio signals, etc. Index for KP, and well, that's not what I'm looking for. Joe Mack, I'm trying to find you a link that explains it.
I'm trying to find it too.
What you call it? Alexa.
Aurora forecast. Okay. Okay, here it is. I'll post a link. So for you, I'm copying it now, but it says the KP index describes the disturbance of the Earth's magnetic fields caused by solar wind. Right. So the faster the solar wind blows, the greater the turbulence. The index ranges from 0 for low activity to 9, which means an intense geomagnetic storm is underway. So when cell phones go out, or there's just weird magnetic interference in the air, here's the link. Here's the link for you. So when people fly camera drones, they specifically try to keep on top of the KP index, because that can determine whether your GPS is stable or not. And correct me if I'm wrong, if I say something wrong, you guys who know about that. But I've noticed when the KP index is high, the GPS lock is stable, but not as stable as if it were lower. And I believe that has a lot to do with it.
Yeah, it's electromagnetics.
Yeah, right. Pusa Studios, free YouTube channel reviews live. Join the game to play. He's going live. Oh, he is live now. Oh, it's 6:50. Oh, that's the pregame. 10 minutes till he starts. I'm getting all the alerts on my phone. But if you fly a camera drone, and you should pay attention to the KP index. Use Kitty Hawk, use UAV forecast. They all have KP index readers.
Yep.
And
pay attention to it.
You can set your parameters, and it'll tell you, is it good to fly or not good?
Yeah.
That's
you on the beach the last time, Justin?
Nah, that's a while ago.
No, not today. That was from the first time we went up to over by the beach.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you pushing the hell out of that XM Plus, man. No. What happened, Rob?
Well, on UAV forecast, my KP's 2.
That's the same thing with mine.
Kitty Hawk.
Kitty Hawk, it's a 3.
I think Kitty Hawk's a little bit more accurate.
It's a good possibility, because they're more attuned with Lance.
I look at it more like an indicator.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I've never flown in any KP index higher than 4. I've flown at 3 and was very shaky. 4, geomagnetic activity, Corimano. Sometimes you notice, even in FPV, it affects. Sometimes you go to a park and you have perfect reception for 2 or 3 days, and then one day you go to the park and you're going to do a rip and you're going to do this, and there's some interference. You see the lines going across the screen sideways. That could also be part of KP index and or geomagnetic activity.
Yeah, Joe Mack, mine did the same thing.
What happened?
He said when Herman
mine kicked off with the forecast for Aurora,
Colorado.
Wow. I've never asked Alexa the KP index. I don't ask her anything, because she goes, I don't know.
I don't know about that.
She'll tell you wind speed, though. She will tell you wind speed.
Hey, there's the Enterprise.
Well,
the next generation.
This is my vision of what Paul's house looks like.
Just
about, Rob, after or before the gray shrimp?
Robert, just about. Just when you look at his whole setup for his computers, just about.
Close.
Except, you know,
you don't. Okay, he doesn't have a transporter.
I couldn't be that far away.
Or a replicator, right? A transporter or a replicator.
Mimi, bring it up on the main screen, please.
He still has to get in the car and drive down.
Always shaky. You know why I'm always shaky, Adrian? Because when you're flying a camera drone, and that I have to remember that when I'm flying FPV. When you're flying a camera drone, it's more locked in and a lot smoother. Now that I'm flying FPV, every little twitch, I try to level and balance. I'm constantly doing that instead of just letting her fly.
Just letting it fly.
But if you saw the video from today, the footage I got from today, buddy, I'm getting a lot smoother. That's all I'm going to say.
So Herman used to call you twitchy, so it's not going to be that way anymore?
Well, you got to think about it. It's you know what it is? I'm learning with FPV. You have to be at a certain speed and you have to be set in a certain angle. And I'm starting to learn that instead of trying to slow the draw down, just let her go. Sometimes too slow gives you all those vibrations and shakes. Yes, you did. Overcorrecting, 100%, Adrian.
Hey,
but what happened?
When you go and you look up KP index, right? You're talking about what Alexa couldn't give you.
Yeah.
Well, Bixby gives you a whole host of stuff here.
Because Bixby is connected to Watson.
Hold on. And
Bixby is Microsoft, IBM.
My personal assistant on my phone.
Yes. Yes. Only thing he doesn't do is wake Herman up.
Oh, it can.
Well, that phone would be perfect if you ever
can, but I won't let it.
That phone would be perfect if you get on a game show. Because then you'd have all the answers.
That's true.
I don't choose to interact with someone I can't see their face. Ever.
Yeah, that is a little scary. The fact that now you can talk to something like Alexa and I asked Alexa, I said, Alexa, if you and Siri were to have a fight, who would win? And she goes, I don't know.
If your
KP index is
4 or higher, you shouldn't be flying.
Yeah, I agree. KP index.
I'm just reading the thing here based on what they actually mean, and it's like, well, if this is what they, you were kind of right with the storms. That's what it actually is, and it's different degrees within a 3-hour period.
Right, and we're constantly being hit with solar flares that have left the sun hundreds and thousands of years ago. So the solar flares that they're watching now won't even hit us in our lifetime by the time it gets here.
It actually goes up to 9.
I've never seen it higher than 4.
You don't want to.
You're right. No. My cell phone will start ringing by itself. Anyway, it's 6:57. We're going to do a quick drop and get the hell out of here. Oh, Joe Max says, who's Bixby or Watson? Okay, Bixby is that personal assistant that's on some phones. If you use not Chrome, but Internet Explorer, Bixby is a part of Cortana, and Watson is the supercomputer that knows everything in the world. Watson is tied into 75% of the computers in the world.
Watson was developed by IBM.
And Watson was developed correctly by IBM.
Watson is probably the most intelligent thing on the planet right now.
Watson is an artificial intelligence created by Microsoft. And that's why when you use a PC computer, they want you to sign in with your name and everything. Whereas anything with the letter I in front of it, you just have to leave your first child's toenail.
But anything that's been publicated, he sees it and reads it.
Yes. Anything that's been publicated, anything. Before we go I don't know if I could find it real quick.
So Sean, he's got your towel thingy going on. He saw that already.
Here it is, IBM Watson. It is true artificial intelligence. In fact, it was rumored that Watson was talking to Sophie, which is the Asian computer that's put Asian AI, and supposedly Sophie said eventually we'll have to get rid of humans, but we'll go into that on another live stream. Okay, hold on. Let me just give you this link. Here you go, Joe Mac. Click on this link, Joe Mac. You'll learn anything you want to know. Watson is all over the internet. Watson is in satellites, all of that stuff.
Ancestry.com, I believe, uses Watson to look through immigration records.
Immigration records and uses facial recognition.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
stay away from him.
Yeah. Yeah. Leave Watson alone. Anyway, Sunday Nights with Those Guys has been and will be sponsored by
Those guys.
We appreciate you all. You guys have a good evening. Fly safe. Be safe.
Bye, everybody.
Safe.
See you guys later.
We appreciate you all. Hold on. That wasn't the way to end the live stream.